guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Cece's Crazy Life. So today I decided I wanted to do like a mukbang, but not really a mukbang. I know I had some crabs that I bought yesterday and stuff left, so I was like, cool, let me just eat my food, kill two birds with one stone, eat my food and do this story time. So it's been a minute since I've been on my channel. A lot has happened. I know it was only 3 videos that I posted. I did film 2 other videos, but the issue was stuff kept happening in the media where I was like, I can't post these videos. I'll be doing the story time on how I was in a relationship with a narcissist for almost 2 years. I'm going to tell you my experience with that. I'm going to tell you how I found out he was cheating on me. I'm going to tell you the aftermath of that and everything. So it's ought to be interesting. And these are some crabs. Don't clown my crabs. I normally get the small and medium mix because I don't eat a lot of them. And I always get a good deal on them. And I don't want to spend... Y'all know I'm mad that the alarm just went off. And I'm still in college. I'm still working 2 jobs. I still have an apartment, a car, and other things to maintain. So I don't want to spend $70 on 12 crabs. Like, that's dumb to me. So I'm going to spend $30 on 12 crabs and still get 6 free. What's up? Miss Bargain. And then I had some corn. I ate the rest of them, y'all. The corn be so good and sweet. Got my butter here. And then I just boiled some potatoes. I put some butter, salt, and pepper on them. Hopefully you guys can see those really well. Got my paper towels. Bam. Dollar. And I have my incense lit for my little, my little archive I do. So these cards, before we get started, these cards, as you can see, they're kind of beat up. These were in my grandmother's, living room when I was a kid, and I held on to them. So I'm gonna pick one, and it has like really inspirational sayings on them and stuff. I'm gonna randomly pick one and then I'm gonna read it. I feel like that's something I want to do. So this one says, live in peace and the God of love and peace will be with you. 2 Corinthians 13 and 11. Okay, I like that. Live in peace and the God of love and peace will be with you. That's true, and I feel like that's good for this message. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so the drink in my handy dandy Halloween mug. I made me some tea, some powdered tea, sure did. And I got my, boom, dollar glass with my ice in it. I'm about to pour it in there over the ice. Hopefully I don't spill it all over the table. That looks very nice and refreshing. I know it does. And I have my handy coaster, and sometimes, like, I literally have no human interaction with people because I'm just, other than my family, like a text here and there, because I'm always on the go. So from time to time, like most people, I just download like a dating app from time to time. And it's not like I'm really on there looking for nobody. I'm looking for one, no cap, just a conversation. But for other times, you just want attention. You just want somebody to be like, dang, you beautiful, like, come talk to me, like, you know, like, you just want that. So, yeah, that's essentially what this was. So I had downloaded Tinder. My cat is crazy, y'all. I have downloaded Tinder, and I'm gonna call my ex Joe. And this is red flag number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, beware of people that trauma bond with you. Okay? You don't know what trauma bond is. Maybe I'll put a definition right here or something, but essentially trauma bonding is where you get to talking to somebody or get to know somebody, and off rip they tell you about like the most traumatic thing that's happened to them, or you tell them, or you slip up and mention, yeah, I was adopted, or I was raised in foster care. And some people may lie and be like, me too, me too. But then other people that have that shared experience, they're like, me too. And then automatically there's like this thing in your brain that clicks. It's like, they understand me. They're just like me. So they understand what it's like to go through X, Y. Like, for instance, if you were cheated on, oh, then they would never cheat on me. And that's what this instant was. Because you know what it's like to get cheated on. Ain't wrong. So that trauma bonding that we did caused me to like negate, if that's even the right word I'm using now, to like ignore any inconsistencies, because I'm like, this person has my best interest at heart 100%. That's the first time in life that I've ever felt that way. Okay. My motto is you have to have what I have or more for me to really invest time in you, because if I'm working and I have a place to lay at night and I have my own transportation, you know, like, why should I have to settle for you when you don't have any of those things? And I mean settle for you in a way because it almost always ends up being the person who has more babying or taking care of by the person who doesn't. Like, and that's what it was. We moved kind of fast. Anyways, fast forward to how I found out he was cheating on me. Hit this apartment with my sister. Some things happened. They moved out. Mind you, we moved in there together. And I wasn't prepared to pay all the rent by myself, but I also wasn't trying to be homeless, and I wasn't trying to have that on my you know, on my thing that I vacated my lease. So by this time, we've been dating for like 6 or 7 months, which is really a short amount of time that I'm looking at it. And we had discussed it. He was like, I'm willing to, you know, move in with you on this lease and help you pay your bills, blah blah blah. But he had a dream. He wanted to go and play a sport overseas. I'm not gonna say what sport it is. I was like, cool, you know, it'll even be cheaper for you to live here because it's less than what you're paying where you live. So that's what we did. How things started getting a little sketchy was he had this, who he described it to me like a best friend. They were friends before I met him. They worked together. And we're going to call her name is Hope. Okay, let's call her Hope. That's her name, Hope. On multiple occasions, y'all tried to meet this girl. On multiple occasions, even when his birthday came around, I said, well, let's all get together and go out. You know, me, your friends, and maybe I'll invite one of my friends so I don't feel like I don't know nobody. And let's go out, right? No, we all had a falling out. We not talking right now because they ain't want to help me celebrate my birthday, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. Every time, it will be that. And mind you, foreshadowing a little bit, he wasn't cheating on me with one girl, it was multiple girls. Okay? There was a girl that lived in freaking Virginia. Yeah. That's good. A little more salt. And he had a godson. And his godson's mother was writing him love letters, buying him gifts. It's a whole lot with that. Okay, so anyways, it was just like me. Only best I can describe it is I'm connected to the source. God tell me stuff in dreams, okay? People might be like, whatever, that's not true. No, he tells me stuff in dreams. I would literally be sleeping and I would sit straight up like in a movie. It was the point where he'd be like, me, so-and-so, and Hope is going out to hang out. So he always made it seem like it was like a group thing. I'm like, alright, cool. Well, I'll see you when you get back. Because I was never that person to check for phone. I was never that person to clock nobody. Because anything I want to know, and I'm not even exaggerating. You can ask anybody that know me. Anything that I want to know, all I have to do is ask God, and He will show me. He will show me, like literally in my face, text messages, phone calls. Like, He will show me. So, I don't know if I prayed on it. At this time, I probably did. Anyways, I had already moved out of my other apartment, and we had discussed it, so we were going to try to save and get a house. She was like, all right, we were going to rent a room from someplace. We're going to rent a room from somebody. That way we can consolidate costs and overhead, and we can save to get a house, right? So, I say that to say, be careful who you settle for, because those very people could drag you down with them. I've never had to rent a room from nobody. I never lived out of a hotel room. I've never, you know, not had a roof over my head where I paid my bills every month and my shit was straight. But I let someone who I thought I trusted talk me into living from bedpost to pillow, whatever the hell the saying is. And I let him drag me down. And I meant what I said, I let him drag me down. Anyway, I learned my lesson from there. I don't do that shit no more. So we're living in a room. Okay, renting a room. It's hella other people in this house. This house used to be a 4-bedroom house in the city. They changed it to like a 10-bedroom. I don't know how the hell they broke down all the rooms, put up walls and shit. Anyways, it was about 15 people living in this house, and I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. About 15 motherfuckers living in this house. Okay? So he would do stuff like, well, we all going out as a group, blah, 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 whatever. And I feel so dumb because I used to take him to her house. Okay? I used to take him to her house all the time because that was his best friend. What became fishy is when he used to start spending the night over there. Mind you, she lived with her mother, so it's not like I felt threatened because it's like she's in her mother's house. But be real, bitches be having sex in their mother's house all the time. In their mother's basement. In their grandmother's house. At their father's house. They do that, okay? Adults that live with their parents, that's what they did. They get it where they can get it. Not just on period. So he needed help setting up his trouble text card or whatever. Because I always did stuff like that for him because I'm not saying he was slow or nothing, but he just never applied himself. Okay? So I was doing that for him, and Triple Text had this thing where it was like, sign into your Facebook account so that next year it's easier for you to authenticate your account so you can sign in, essentially. So I saw my opportunity. I had him do that. That's right on my finger. I had him do that. That's when I realized he had 2 Facebooks. One was his full name, and one was his nickname. Okay. But the full name page only didn't have no friends. It had one friend, which was the other page. So, me being me, I just went on there. I was like, alright. And it was names that I had recognized. Because he would do stuff like, wait till I go to sleep. And be messaging girls on Snapchat, thinking the message was going to disappear. But I would turn over in my sleep, acting like I'm so asleep, and see the names and stuff. Like, but like, what are you doing? Are you dumb or are you stupid? So, I saw the girls' names or whatever, and I realized that 2 of the girls, the one that lived in Virginia and Hope, they both had at one point in time him and them as their cover picture. And I had pulled him up about why Hope had it up there. I was like, why she got you up there as her cover or whatever? And he made her take it down. But the other girl still had it up there. So I'm like, what? And then, mind you, because I don't get on Facebook. In my opinion, Facebook is for old people. No offense to anybody. I'm 25. I don't get on Facebook. Facebook has not been a part of my life since I was like 16 or 17. When Instagram became real popular and Twitter became real popular. Those are my 2 main social medias. So I also see they both say they're in relationships, but there's no boyfriend linked. So I'm like, interesting. I call my homegirl, Sierra. Go follow her on her page. I'll link her right here. She does makeup and stuff. Anyways, I call my homegirl. Tell her what's happening. I said, bitch, I need your Facebook Messenger password. I had one. But I wanted to be in stealth mode, you feel me? So that's what I did. So she was like, alright, come to my house tonight, we're going to cook. We're going to message these girls and we're going to wait for them to message back. Not that I needed, well, I needed the support because when you remember somebody for so long, it's just like, that's a big deal. But at the same time, like I tell you, God taught me stuff. So I was praying on the situation. And I asked God to take anything out of my life that wasn't meant for me and to reveal those with ill intent. And to give me the ability to do what I need to do to move on with my life. Because he had told me on multiple occasions, I can't take you to where I need you to go with this person attached to you. But me, being me, saying, well, I love him. We have a future together. He's good to me, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't even trying to hear that. And you really gotta look for the signs, y'all. Stop ignoring these red flags. And that's just that on that. But anyways, so I went to her house or whatever. He was like, oh, where you going when you coming back? Blah, blah, trying to clock me. Like, and I would notice those things. He was getting in and out of people's cars that I ain't never even seen before. He was just real shady. He was very, very shady, okay? And, so, yeah, I'm losing my train of thought. So anyways, I went to my girl's house, blah, blah, blah. I had messaged the 3 girls. I messaged the godson baby mother, Hope, and the other girl that lived in Virginia. Like, how do you know Joe? Or whatever the heck I didn't say his name was. So I was waiting for the message back. We sitting there eating. Hope finally messaged back. Mind you, I can see the messages on my end, and my homegirl can see the messages on her end. And we sitting across the table from each other, so we look up at each other like it's a movie. Like, oh shit, it's time to get it cracking. So the girl was like, "Oh, me and Joe was in a relationship. Been in a relationship for 2 years. That's my boyfriend." Blah blah blah. So my homegirl Sierra, mind you, because it's her messenger. She's like, "Oh, well, that's funny because he's in a relationship with my best friend. They live together." So she's still asking questions or whatever, basically saying we lying. So I start sending her receipts. Pictures of us laying in the bed next to each other, pictures at my grandmother's wedding, text messages, bill receipts. Like, I start sending her everything I had. Because it's like, yes, he's really out here in these streets dragging, thinking he about to play somebody. So she finally get the picture. After 2 or 3 hours of us messaging them back and forth, all three of us. She finally get the picture. But I had known. That's why I messaged from Sierra's thing, because I was like, if I message her from mine and she's gonna automatically, before she even answer back, go back and message him and be like, who's this person? But by him not knowing who Sierra is, it was plausible deniability. He could be like, oh, I don't know that girl. You know what I'm saying? And it was revealed, and so I was ready for it to be revealed. Okay. So after talking to this girl or whatever, telling her what was up with him, telling her that we were together or whatever, and I was about to put him out. She got her feelings because, mind you, she was older. She was only 21. He was her first everything. So I called this phone. He like, I know you're talking to Hope, and hung up on me. So I look at my homegirl. She's like, come here, do not go, do not do nothing crazy. I'm like, girl, my grandmother raised me as a lady, and I would act as such. I'm not going to do nothing crazy. I promise you I'm not going to do nothing crazy. So I got my car. Mind you, only lived like 12 minutes. So I was only like 12 minutes away from my house. I went in the house. Mind you, I told you it's like 15 motherfuckers that live in this house. Mind you, we sharing one kitchen. So it's people in the kitchen. Mind you, they know me. Everybody in the house know me. So they know that I'm I'm personable. I'm polite. I speak when I pass people. You know what I'm saying? I just don't walk past people. But at this point, I was on a mission. Oh, when I left the best part out. That's how big my heart is. And how stupid I am at the same time. His homeboy, his best friend, was homeless during the pandemic. They had nowhere to go. His family wouldn't let him come there. He wasn't answering the phone because he, was out of work due to the pandemic, and he had nothing to offer them. And instead of him being out in the cold, because mind you, this is when the pandemic first started, when people were still wearing winter coats and much. So I was like, well, he can sleep on our floor. We don't have much, but he can sleep on our floor. So he was sleeping on our floor. Boom. In one bedroom, it was 3 people. Mind you, I'm paying the rent because he's out of work due to COVID, and this is right when it first started. So the CARES Act wasn't even in place yet for people to, really apply for unemployment and shit. Anyway, it's a nice piece of meat right there. I'm coming from that little crab. Say good. Okay. So I unlocked the door. He's just laying on the bed. Mind you, on the way home, I was texting him while I was driving. Don't text and drive, kids. But I was texting him while I was driving. And I was like, how you gonna hang up on me? You acting like I'm the one that cheated on you. You acting like I'm the one that had a whole nother nigga on the side for 2 years. You acting like, you know what I'm saying? You acting like I betrayed you by hanging up on me. I'm like, but you're the one. He was like, I can't even act like I ain't get caught. Y'all just gonna have to hate me. I'm out of here or whatever. So I'm speaking home because I'm trying to get there before he leaves, because this is like, no, you're not just gonna do this fuck shit and then dip. Like, no. So I get in the house. He's chilling on the bed, laying on the bed like ain't nothing happened, like relaxing, maxing, and relaxing. Like, no. I said, call me, get out. He looked up from the phone at me, smirking. Oh, what's funny? Get out. So that's me saying, man, get the fuck out. Like, I started yelling at that point because it's like, God had already detached me emotionally from him. So I wasn't even emotionally, like, I wasn't crying or nothing. I just want him out of my space. Like, if you're going to do some stuff like this and not pull your weight for real and, just be trash, like, get out. Just leave. His homeboy wake up off the floor out of sleep like Sleeping Beauty. Like, what's going on? Oh, you want to know what's going on? Your homeboy's a dog. He did this, this, and this. He's fucking on da-da-da-da. And he look at him like, because he knew about it. Okay? So, ladies, if you ever think that your boyfriend's homeboy is so innocent, no, he knows all the dirt that your nigga do. And he sit up in your face and smile. And yeah, it's not his business to tell, but at the same time, he know. He know everything, okay? So, he get his little shit. I'm like, alright, this shit will be in the pile on the floor tomorrow. Come get it. While I'm here, do not climb through my window. See this thing like when he would leave his keys and he would climb through the window. Like, ooh, the fuck? No. No. This is, bruh man, no. Okay, no, you're not climbing through nobody's window. Mind you, we live in the fucking hood. Crackers be walking on the side of the house and shit in the alleyway at night. They see you climb through the window. What they gonna try to do? Climb through the window. Like, are you dumb or are you stupid? I live here alone now, so why would you do some shit like that? Anyways, all the lies that he had told to like lie his story. He was talking about he lived with his godmother. And that just in case she ever heard my name being brought up, that she would think that I was his crazy ex-girlfriend. Blah blah. Like, are you serious? So at this point, neither one of us was messing with him. Kicked his ass out in the middle of the night. I took a picture of him on the porch in the cold and sent it to him. Sent it to her. And there you go. He come to your house. It's like, no, he's not. I'm not dealing with him no more. Blah, blah, blah. Then I had to big sister her because she was still in her feelings, crying and depressed and shit. I'm like, since we was dealing with a narcissist, babe. Meaning, he was whoever we needed him to be when we needed him to be it to save face. So essentially, he was a fake nice guy. He was the fake nice guy, okay? The one that opened the doors, that all your family members loved. The one that pretended to be caring and understanding and all this stuff. But really, he was a fuckboy in disguise. A wolf in sheep's clothing, okay? Yeah, they explained it to her. I said, it's better that you find out now while you're 21. You know, wait for you to be 30 and have his naked little children running around. But like one of my favorite singers say, you would be doing better if you stayed with me because, and I'm just going to use that to describe how his life has plummeted since I've left, since he's no longer in my presence. And not, you know, wishing bad upon him. I don't wish bad on anybody. But at the same time, you cannot go around in this world doing bad unto others and then expecting good to come to you. Because it's a such thing called karma. With a capital K, and that bitch don't play. Quote me on that. Yeah. That was literally how I dealt with the narcissist for 2 years. He was a good one. I ain't gonna lie. He was a good narcissist. He was very good at hiding his true colors, y'all. He was very good at it. That, and then it's just like, so my life has totally turned around since I stopped messing with him. That's the end of the video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your uncle, tell your bald-headed cousin, to tell the Uber driver, to tell the man that work at the corner store, to tell the homeless guy down the street. Tell everybody about Cece's crazy life. That's all, folks.